Congratulations, graduates. It's college commencement season, and we wish all the best to the class of 2022. But this also seems to be the right time to ask a tough question. Was it worth all that money, all that hard work? David Pogue has our crash course.
28-year-old Kira Cheney works for the government, lives in a basement apartment with her boyfriend in San Francisco, and stresses about her college loans. How much did they add up to, about?
It's around like $280-some thousand.
$280,000?
Yeah.
Cheney followed the classic recipe for success. She graduated from Penn State, but now she's facing down decades of debt. Have you ever tried to figure out, if I put aside this much a month, this is the year when I'll pay off those $280,000?
I mean, that would be the goal. I've always thought of winning the lottery, but...
And Cheney's not alone. 43 million Americans carry student debt. They owe the government more than $1.7 trillion. And about 2/3 of all graduates leave college carrying debt. Many will work their entire careers without being able to pay it off. No wonder college debt has become a White House priority.
We can't go out as much as we used to for dinners, and we can't take as much trips as we want to unless it's in our budget. So it does affect us.
One reason for the crisis? Skyrocketing tuition. Another reason? More people going to college in the first place.
In the early 1960s, only about 8% of Americans had a college degree. And now it's getting close to 40%.
Wow.
Right? So it's a big difference. You were pretty special in the 1960s if you had a college degree.
Peter Cappelli is a professor of management at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School of Business. But you are also the author of a book relevant to our topic today, called Will College Pay Off?
That's right.
Will college pay off?
It depends. There's no doubt that going to college is incredibly useful for people in terms of improving their lives. What everybody's interested in more is financially. Is this a good investment? Will it pay off in that you'll be better off than in a high school graduate? Yeah. If they graduate, for sure. If they don't, maybe not.
Trouble is, most students don't.
The astonishing statistic is that only 40% of full-time college students graduate in 4 years.
Less than half?
Less than half.
And even if you pause your schooling, your debt keeps right on growing.
If it takes you 6 years to graduate, you've got 6 years of interest accumulation.
So the old formula, spend 4 years in college, get financial security, is no longer a sure thing.
I'm applying for the position of user experience designer.
But some new formulas are springing up in its place.
Nothing is ever set in stone. Whether you want to go to college or go straight to the workforce, everything's changing.
Natasha and Stephanie Ramos and their father Javier live in Connecticut. Natasha avoided massive debt by starting her college career inexpensively.
I got 2 years at a community college.
And finishing at a state college.
Connecticut University student debt is way better than private school student debt. So I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Stephanie attends a vocational high school where students can learn trades like carpentry, plumbing, or hairdressing. But she's taking a shortcut to the corporate world thanks to the Google Professional Certification Program,
providing you with job-ready skills to start or advance your career in IT.
For $39 a month, she can take video classes that prepare her for a career in technology.
And the courses give you a certification at the end that looks very good for employers or for colleges, whatever route you want to take.
By the time you're done with high school, you'd be in the working world at, 18 years old?
Yep.
Javier, do you put any pressure on her one way or another for financial reasons?
I support going to college, but at a certain point, the last decision is on her.
Well, seems to be working in your family.
Thank God.
It looks pretty complicated.
The Google program has already placed 75,000 workers into well-paying tech jobs at over 150 companies that are eager to hire them. Meanwhile, opportunities are opening up on the receiving end, too.
80% of what we call family-sustaining jobs, $60,000 or more generally speaking, require a 4-year degree. And so companies screen out people no matter what their intelligence is, their curiosity, their work ethic, their adaptability. But if you don't have enough people to fill all the jobs that we need in this country, I think we have to re-examine it.
Ken Frazier is the executive chairman and former CEO of Merck. Ginni Rometty is the former CEO of IBM. They've led a drive to eliminate the college requirement from as many of their company's job descriptions as possible.
When I became CEO in 2012, we looked at every single job and said, do we need a college degree to start? Or could we translate into a set of skills you need? So what started as over 90% of jobs needed a college degree is now less than 50%.
Wow.
For example, lab techs and things of that nature, they don't necessarily need a degree in philosophy in order to do the job.
Obviously, you're not doing this just because it's the right thing to do. There must be something in it for the corporations.
Absolutely. This is not philanthropy. At the end of the day, you have people who you can retain longer because they're incredibly loyal, they're hardworking. You can access them for a lot less money.
And our data has shown that their performance is equal to those with a 4-year degree.
But wait a minute. A college degree means you know how to apportion your time. You learn to communicate with others.
It does, but there are studies that show that people who actually have the right skills training are 5 times more likely to succeed in the job than people who have a college degree. It's counterintuitive.
Are you anti-college? Are you saying that?
We are absolutely not anti-college at all. It is about just recognizing you may start and go a different path than someone else.
You know, college has lots of value beyond just getting a job. I mean, we think education is a good thing for people. It broadens their perspectives on the world. And what we've seen in these kinds of programs is eventually a substantial majority of these people go on and get a college degree. They just didn't get the college degree before they entered the workplace. It's a question of sequence, not a question of capability.
To scale up this idea, Rometty and Frazier have founded OneTen, a coalition of 60 major employers, and counting.
OneTen came from the proposition that it would be useful if we sought to hire 1 million Black Americans who lack a 4-year college degree over 10 years into family-sustaining jobs.
The coalition works with community colleges, job training organizations, and apprenticeships, persuading them to train young people for precisely the kinds of jobs that need filling. Rometty calls them new-collar jobs.
In our country is a stereotype of white collar, blue collar. And we came up with the name new collar as something different to say, no, this is something new.
New programs, new sequences, new-collar workers. For some careers, it's all part of a new wave of alternative paths that don't involve college or college debt. As for Kira Cheney, she has a long-range plan.
I really want to go to law school. If I can start making higher money, then I can afford my monthly payments.
So, was college worth it for you?
I mean, I had fun in college. It was a great experience, but for the lifetime of debt I'm going to be living with, that's so hard. It's such a difficult question.